Viewers, this is Tim Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called The Boruto Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breach your heart during this audio podcast recording, as well not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain for adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain to adult language. If you're under 18, if you're over 18, that makes it good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, before I begin, I do have a stuffy nose. So basically, if I sound a little bit different, I do have a stuffy nose, so bear with me. So anyway, let's get into this episode. Of Boruto, episode 114. So basically, this episode goes like this. So basically, we see Sarada walking by the toy store, and she spotted Boruto, Metal-Lee, and Chikadao coming out of the toy store with these card packets. So anyway, Sarada, being curious, so basically, Sarada asked the boys, what you guys bought from the toy store. So basically, we bought the extreme card game packet. So basically, Sarada was like, what is that? So basically, Boruto, this is strategized card game series that's based off real-life Ninja Shinobi. So basically, this card game it's a standardized card game series that have cards based off real ninjas or based off real ninjas. So basically, this whole episode was inspired by the Naruto card game. So anyway, after Boruto is framed, the extreme card game to Sarada, she thought the boys were kind of stupid spending their money on cards, the money that they make from this on this stupid card games. And that's when Chozo showed up and decided Sarada to come to a restaurant and try to new type of dessert, and Sarada went with Chozo, and and that was that. So anyway, the boys told basically after Sarada left, the boys opened up their card packets. It turns out in the whole first set of it turns out that Boruto pulled his father, the seventh Hokage, that is the worst card in the extreme card game set. So in the first set, so basically it's like Boruto pulled his father. That happened to be the worst card in the extreme card game first set. So basically, Metal-Lee and Chikadao were kind of jealous that you managed to pull the father. That is the worst card in the set of in the first set of this card game. So anyway, they bumped into, so basically they bumped into Shino, and Shino asked them hey, what you guys doing? And Boruto said, we just came to the store, we came to the toy store, and we bought a new extreme card package from the toy store. So basically, Shino heard about the card game. Well, I hope you guys managed to pull my card. Yeah, I hope you guys managed to pull me for the card. Shino said oh yes, I hope that you guys managed to pull me yet. So basically, that's when Boruto, I was that's there's no card based on you in the first set. So basically, wait, and Shino's face went to went to being happy into being kind of sad. So basically, and Kiddo was like, are you sure there's no, I'm not a card in this, I'm not a card in this card game? And the boy said, no, we had not seen you in a card, we did not see you as a card in this card game yet. So anyway, it's like, but, and that's when Chica pulled out a Ikamau card, like, I got me an Ikamau card, and and that's when Chica was thinking to herself that, I'm not a card, but I'll have a card in this game, but Ikamau has a card, it's not fair. So basically, she was like, last is feeling all bummed out that he's not a card, and he's not a card, in this card game. So basically, he left the boys, like, I'll talk to you guys later. So basically, leaving all sad and stuff that, he's not a card in the stream card game yet. So anyway, that's when Boruto felt sorry for Shino, and that's when he got the idea that he will go talk to Dinky and his father and get Shino his own card in the Extreme Card Game series. So basically, they met. So basically, they went to Dinky's father's company, where Dinky and his father were with him. Boruto was out. So basically, Boruto, was pleading his case that that Shino should be a card in the card game series. So basically, Dinky's father explained to him that if he's not a card in the first set of the card game series, he might be a card in the second, and he might become a card in the second set of the Extreme Card Game series. So basically, basically Dicky Potter telling him the list of the second set of cards that of people so basically Dicky's father, so Boruto and the others, the next group of Shinobis that are going to be cards in the second set. So basically, after was looking down on the list, Shino's name was not on the list. When they got to the last they got to the end of the list, it was an empty slot. So basically, Shino's name was not on the list. And also, surprisingly, Rock Lee's name is not on the list. So basically, that's when Metal got mad that his father was not on the list, but there is one last slot. So basically, Boruto was saying that Shino should have the last slot on the list. Therefore, to take up the last slot of the list, and that way he could be a card. But that's when Metal Lee said that his father should be the one who takes the last slot of the list. So basically, Boruto and Metal started to argue, and that's when Deacon came up the idea that why don't we just have a vote? So basically, we have the people of the village vote who should be the one to take the last slot of the stream card game list, or Rock Lee. So basically, Metal Lee and Boruto was like, again, we will have a vote. So anyway, so basically, So basically, Boruto with somehow some secret out was trying to promote people to get to vote for turning Shino into a card, and that's when Mother Lee and with the help of Dicky was trying to convince the people to get to vote for turning Rock Lee into a card instead. So anyway, so basically the war's on. So anyway, after some promotion from after the promotions of from Boruto promoting Shino to be a card and Metal Lee's time to promote his dad to become a card in the card game series, they got a mid post review how the votes have been going. So far, Metal Lee so far that everybody seems to want Rock Lee to be a card in the second set of the Extreme Card Game series instead of Shino. So basically, they got a mid post vote. And so far, Rock Lee is in the lead. So basically, Boruto was kind of discouraged, and that's where he came up with the idea. So basically, he got Rebate to make a giant stone face of Shino Sensei on the Kage Mountain. So basically, he got Rebate to use his stone jutsu to make a giant stone face of Shino on the Kage Mountain. So basically, so in order to get Rebate to do it, Boruto had to give up the whole Kage, give up his father's whole Kage card to Rebate to get Rebate to do the whole giant face. The whole giant Shino face statue on the Kage Mountain in the first place. So basically, Boruto gave Rebate his father's a whole Kage card and shit like that. So anyway, so basically Metal Lee saw the statue and he started to change the stone statue of Shino into his father with Rock Lee. So basically Boruto was trying to stop him from doing so, and that's when Chikugawa thought, oh, this is going too far. This is going too far. This is going too far, and it starts to get stupid. So basically, Chikugawa just laughs. It's like, I'm out of here. This is such a drag. So basically, Shino laughed, and about time, Boruto. So basically, Boruto, the only thing was left of so basically the giant stone face statue of Shino went to a small statue of Shino into a small life-size statue of Shino. So, it went to a giant stone face statue of Shino into a mini-sized statue of Shino instead. So anyway, Boruto and Metal Lee was about to come to Boruto and kill Shino, and Rock Lee stopped them from coming to Boruto. So basically, Shino and Rock Lee, heard about the whole card game thing and whatnot. So basically, Shino and Rock Lee explained to Metal and Boruto, we know your heart was in the right place, but honestly, you guys had gone too far with this. So basically, Shino and Rock Lee was giving Boruto and Metal Lee a lesson that you guys were trying to do a good thing, but you guys got carried away with this thing. So basically, like Shino and Walkley would appreciate your efforts to turn one of us into a card, but at the same time, you guys went too far, and you got and you guys went too far with this situation, and you guys almost came to blows. So basically, so basically, Boruto and Metal-Lee say sorry to each other and whatnot, and let bygones be bygones, and let the boat continue and whatnot, while any more city promotions and shit like that. So anyway, from a distance, from a distance, they heard a boy tapping an apartment that was on fire. So basically, Boruto and Metal-Lee saying that, we'll never make it in time, and that's when Metal-Lee used the Shino statue and launch it into the water tower on top of the burning apartment where the boy was trapped in. So basically, Walkley kicked the Shino statue into the water tower on top of the burning apartment where the boy was trapped in. And Shino used his insects to get the boy to safety, get the boy to safety. So basically, working together as a team, Shino and Walkley meant to save the boy from the burning apartment and whatnot, and basically save the day. So basically, blah blah blah. Everything was so basically everybody cheered for Shino and Walkley's quick teamwork to saving that boy and whatnot. So anyway, so basically, the boarding was done. After a few more days, the voting was over, and the second wave of cards, the second card set of the Steam card game came out. So basically, it was the moment of truth who got the final slot. So basically, Boruto, Metal-Lee, and Shikadao bought the second set of the Steam card game series and see who got the last slot and who became a card, Shino or Walkley. So basically, Metal-Lee woke up his pack of cards, and he thought his daughter was a card, and so basically looked like Walkley got the last slot. And that's when Boruto opened his card, opened up his pack, and he had a card. He had a Shino card. So basically, wait a minute, it was only one slot on the set. It was only one slot. How is this possible? How is Walkley and Shino got their own card in the second set? So basically, that's when Diki showed up, and after Walkley and Shino said that boy from the fire a couple of days ago, we decided to add a second slot and give it to Shino. So basically they added a second slot on they added a second slot in the set and on the second set of the Steam card games list and gave it to Shino. So basically, we decided to get both Metal-Lee and Shino their own cards in the second set of this Steam card game series. So basically, Boruto and Metal-Lee were happy that that Walkley and Shino got their own cards in the second set. So basically, they kept on opening their part, they kept on opening their package, they kept on getting and Rock Lee cards. So basically, they got frustrated. All the package that they got had Rock Lee and Shino cards. So basically, got frustrated, and this is how the episode ended with the boys getting frustrated, and they kept on pulling Rock Lee and Shino cards from their package, and this is how the episode ended. So anyway, this episode was a good episode. This episode was quite fucking brilliant. I think this is the best episode of Boruto I've seen so far. Because this episode was kind of inspired from the Naruto card game series, and they kind of made it into an episode for the Boruto series. So, and also this was kind of a good way to promote the Boruto card game series as well for this episode. So basically, I really liked it how this episode was inspired by the Naruto card game series. So basically, this episode was pretty fucking. This episode was pretty brilliant because this episode was based off the Naruto card game series, and they tried to make it into an episode for the Boruto for the Boruto series. So basically, this episode was pretty fucking brilliant. So anyway, this episode was a pretty smart episode. So anyway, what you guys think about this episode that was inspired by the Naruto card game series? Was it good? Was it okay? Or was it just naff? Please let me know what the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, it's Cynthia Michael from Screwy Review. Sign off. 1.